20, sorry, 2015, 2016, Leicester won the league. And after 29 games, they had 51 points. Did you dig that? Do you see how poor that season was? Leicester had 51 points 2015, 2016 when they won the league. So how do you say, by that logic, by that point tally, is it 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, and 0 points for a loss? So how can you now say Arsenal having a Leicester kind of season? The audacity, the nerve. Let me repeat that again. Leicester won the league, even though Arsenal hasn't won the league this season, but it's looking like we might. We're getting closer. After 29 games, they had 51 points. Arsenal this season, even though we don't won the league, we have like 8 more games. See, I will accept all kinds of banter from opposition fans. Even sometimes opposition journalists who just want to have a slight digging. We know how notorious Gary Neville is. He likes to rile up the Arsenal fan base. He likes to say some things that will trigger a reaction from the Arsenal fan base, the creation community. He loves it. And he does it on Sky, he does it on that platform. And sometimes he ignores, sometimes you have to put the record straight. It is what it is. In football, banter is part of it. You can't take it out. You can't be overly serious about it. So I get it. But when we begin to introduce lies, like I'm hearing narratives like Arsenal is having a Leicester kind of season. You know you're lying. You know you're lying. How can you say Arsenal is having a Leicester kind of season? Based on what? On what metric are we going by? Because I don't believe just throwing out opinions there. Your opinions could be wrong. So people say, oh, everybody can have one opinion, but your opinion can be silly and wrong, and we don't have to listen to it. And sometimes we have to correct you and debunk those opinions. So I will show you something. So let's go by statistics and metrics, which is very, very important in terms of point tally after 29 games. So we can verify if Arsenal is having a Leicester kind of season, right? So Leicester won the league 2015, 2016. Leicester won the league. And after 29 games, they had 51 points. Did you dig that? Do you see how poor that season was? Leicester had 51 points 2015, 2016 when they won the league. So how do you say, by that logic, by that point tally, is it 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, and 0 points for a loss? So how can you now say Arsenal having a Leicester kind of season? The audacity, the nerve. Let me repeat that again. Leicester won the league, even though Arsenal hasn't won the league this season, but it's looking like we might. We're getting closer. After 29 games, they had 51 points. Arsenal this season, even though we don't win the league, we have like 8 more games to go. Arsenal have 72 points. 72 points. Ahead with 21 points. That's 7 matches. And people have the audacity to say Arsenal having a fluke season like Leicester had in 2015, 2016. Get your facts right. That's a low-level banter. That's a distasteful banter. You could be more creative than that. You could banter us for not winning the league for 19 years. I'll take it. You could say we're dumped out by Sporting Lisbon, Europa. I'll take it. But to say we are having a Leicester kind of season, don't you think that is idiotic? Because if you check the metric of points, that's a lie. On the other side, see, Leicester will never be as big as Arsenal. Now, Arsenal has struggled for the last few years, and I get it. You can banter us with that. In terms of fan base, Leicester don't come close globally. In terms of finances, Leicester don't come close. We're not going to sell our best players. Leicester sold some of their better players when they won the league. So I don't understand this narrative being pushed that Arsenal having a Leicester season. That's a lie. That is a lie. The points tally has debunked it. The size of the club, the tradition of the club, the global reach of the club, the financial status of the club. Like, come on, man. Come on. Are we still going to go down this route of lying? of chatting absolute nonsense. And someone actually switched the narrative and said, Arsenal doing better because Liverpool are struggling, Man City are kind of struggling, Chelsea are struggling. By that logic, can we say when Manchester City were winning the league was because Arsenal were struggling too? See, you can't apply a logic on one side, and you don't want to apply that logic on the other side. What do you think? That's a bit of an emotional argument. That is senseless. I get it. There are so many senseless people on the internet. You can say it a certain way, or you look a certain type, or you have a certain accent. You can get away with more. You can say certain things outlandish, and people will take it because they like you, not based on merit. I have no problem with people liking people, right? Even though if I like your content, you can't be chatting nonsense. I have an independent brain to think about what you just said. I can verify, well, our smartphones to verify certain information. So it's crazy. It's ludicrous these days that even though a lot of people have smartphones, they are getting dumber and dumber. It is what it is. I say it all the time. So, guys, come back with a better form of banter. Be more sensible with things to put out. Arsenal are not having a Leicester season kind of season. Arsenal are having a fantastic season. Aside from the Centurion season where Manchester City had 78 points out of 29 games. And if you go by the fact that the FA came out to apologize to us because the Brentford match, we should have won it. We drew it. The Manchester United match, we lost. The Martinelli goal should have stayed. If you add those 6 points, which you have 78 points. If you add that plus, if you add 6 plus 72, that should have been 78 points, equaling the record of the Centurion when Manchester City went above 100 points that season. So you cannot demerit Arsenal's achievement this season. Now, we've not won the league, but it's looking like I'm very optimistic we'll win the league. It's looking like that. So, like I said, come with a better banter. If you're new to my channel and you like the content, do me a favor by subscribing first. Stick a like on the video, very, very important. And do not forget to turn on your notifications, and I'll see you guys on the next one.